Okay. So together, let's focus our minds and our hearts, thinking about our future and where we might be going. The infinite mind of God fills my awareness with all the right ideas for all the people who come and will come to Unity Halton Peel. We gratefully follow the guidance. It is so, and so it is. Join me in repeating our mission statement. Our mission: to lovingly inspire transformation and be of service to the world. And our daily word. Jane, whenever you're ready, go ahead and read daily word, please.
All right. The daily word today is grace. Through divine grace, I am abundantly blessed in every way. Grace is an awareness that wherever I am, God is. It is my reminder to let God be God in me. Grace assures me that I am never alone on my journey through life, that no matter what I do or fail to do, I am unconditionally loved and accepted at the level of spirit. Grace touches every area of my life. In a lonely moment, grace is the overwhelming awareness that I am loved. It is the surprising way through a challenge I considered unsolvable. It's my whole body suddenly glowing with the power of divine life, even as I experience a health challenge. These are just some of the many ways I experience grace. Grace need not be, nor can it be, earned. It's a divine gift, available at every moment. As I open my heart to divine grace, I am filled with indescribable peace. And Hebrews 13:25, grace be with all of you.
Amen. Thank you, Jane. So our opening prayer, Debbie, would you lead us in opening prayer, and then we'll just carry on from there.
Thank you. So just, if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes and just relax into the chair and let go of anything that may have happened before you joined us this morning, or anything that might be ruminating from the days past. Great Spirit, this is the day. This is the day that we can transform our lives if we choose. This is the day that we can open our hearts to the truth, that we find you within. We find every aspect of you within our being. The strength, the love, the passion, the joy, the peace. This is the day. Thank you, God, that we don't just get one chance. Every day we start with a clean slate, and we can make a different choice. We can make the best choice that we need to make for ourselves in that right now moment. We don't have to continue making the same old choices that aren't working for us. Today is the day we choose to stand in our authentic truth. We choose to be the expression of divine love. We choose to be happy and joyous and free. Let it be so, and so it is. This is my new favorite Empower singer, Denise Rosier.
You change dust into gardens, pieces into peace, tears into fountains, chains into release. doubt into action, vision renewed, perfect creation unfolding in view. You hold all of heaven inside you. No matter what you go through, and if your dreams burn down to ashes, you rise again. You are the light of God, the power of prayer lifted up. Every breath testifies you are the light. You are the light. You are the light. You hold all of heaven inside you. No matter what you go through, and if your dreams burn down to ashes, rise again. You are the light of God, the power of prayer lifted up. Every breath testifies you are the light. You are the light. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You are the light of God, the power of prayer lifted up. Every breath testifies you are the light. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. Dust into gardens, pieces into peace.
So I'd like you to just close your eyes for a minute and really hear these words. You are the beloved child in whom God is well pleased. Breathe that in as I tell you the truth about yourself again. You are the beloved child in whom God is well pleased. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So Father Richard Rohr described the powerful nature of being named a beloved child of God this way. We can't start our spiritual journey on a negative foundation. If we just seek God out of fear or guilt or shame, we won't go very far. If we start negative, we'll stay negative. We have to begin positive by a wonderful experience, by something that's larger than life, by something that dips us into the depths of our own being. You are the beloved. That's what the word baptism means, to be dipped into. It was during Jesus's baptism ceremony that he heard a voice that came out of the heavens. You are my beloved Son. In you I am well pleased. That's from Mark chapter 1, verse 11. In his baptism, Jesus was dipped into the unifying mystery of life and death, and most importantly, love. That's where it all begins, even for him. The unique Son of God had to hear it with his own ears, and then he couldn't be stopped. Then he has plenty to say for the next 3 years, because he has finally found, connected to, and accepted his own soul, his own identity, and his own life's purpose. The words, "You are my beloved," reveals the most intimate truth about all of us, no matter what BS you have, belief system. So right here and right now, I want to give you all the greatest gift that I can give you, and that is the gift of your belovedness, if you're willing to receive it. In times of self-doubt, self-judgment, self-criticism, believing in the truth that you are the beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased, can be daunting. I can hear someone say, well, if God only knew what I did, the thoughts that I have, the judgments of others that I hold, the white lies that I tell, she would certainly take back that title from me. So let me ask you this. When one of your children has done something that's not in alignment, are they still your beloved child? Of course they are. So why would God be any different? We are the men and women in whom God is well pleased. Those negative voices of ours can be so loud and persistent, if we let them, they can overpower us, and they probably have over our lifetime. Because, we're all young chickens, so we still have lots more of those times to go. Self-rejection is our greatest resistance to our truth and authenticity. And then we know those people who seem to be filled with arrogance, the better than syndrome. I'm better than you. I do it better than you. I have more than you. That is simply the polarity of self-judgment. So whether you're inflated or deflated, it's hard to connect with the truth of who you are, beginning with the knowing and accepting that you are the beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased. Self-rejection is the greatest enemy of the spiritual life because it contradicts the sacred voice that calls us the beloved. Being the beloved is the expression of the core truth of our existence. How could it not? We were born in the image and likeness of God, who is the beloved. Like many of you, if not all of you, I have heard for years in Unity that I am the beloved. And at first I totally rejected it because when I first came into Unity, I still had lots of healing to do. And I believe that if my own mother didn't love me, then I couldn't possibly be the beloved of God. Then as I chose a path to spiritual growth and healing, I was able to accept that maybe it's true, maybe it's true on my very bestest days when I'm doing everything right, which of course in my mind were few and far between. And then over many years of work and workshops and retreats and classes and prayer and meditation and healing, it took me to a deep place where I could finally really accept that I am the beloved daughter in whom God is well pleased. And the major shift for me happened this year during my spiritual direction courses. I can't even describe when or what or how it happened. I just know that one day during meditation, I felt the truth that I am the beloved daughter of God. So much changed for me in that moment. I found this deep peace and calmness. I felt a love in my entire body that I had never experienced before. That was the moment that I knew that I really was in a relationship with God. I wasn't just connected. I hear guidance and direction, and I have conversation with the divine. And, I working on sharing this with you, I changed what I was going to say over and over again because it doesn't really say how I feel. Simply every time I hear now that you are the beloved child of God, my heart opens wider than it has ever opened. And I know that I am the I am. And I've begun to use the word beloved as my mantra during meditation because it takes me to a deep place faster than anything else I have used. And I've been meditating for decades. And I would like you all to experience this too. It's not just a knowing that I'm the beloved. I have the feeling, and it's amazing. From the book Life of the Beloved, Henry Nouwen shares his experience of when he listened to that voice from within. So if you wish to close your eyes and be open to experience that what he heard is for you and for me and for all of us too. So this is God speaking to you directly. I have called you by name from the very beginning. You are mine and I am yours. You are my beloved. On you my favor rests. I have molded you in the depths of the earth and knitted you together in your mother's womb. I have cared for you in the palms of my hands and hidden you in the shadow of my embrace. I look at you with infinite tenderness and care for you with a care more intimate than that of a mother for her newborn child. I have counted every hair on your head and guided you at every step. Wherever you go, I go with you. Wherever you rest, I keep watch. I will give you food that will satisfy all your hunger and drink that will quench all of your thirst. I will not hide my face from you. You know me as your own, as I know you as my own. You belong to me. I am your father. I am your mother. I am your brother. I am your sister. I am your lover and your spouse. Yes, I am even your child. Wherever you are, I will be. Nothing will ever separate us. We are one. How beautiful that is. When you're open and attentive enough to hear and listen to that still small voice within, you will want to hear it more and more and more. Even if you don't hear the words, the feelings you experience through the connectedness with spirit changes your body and your mind and your soul, and the deeper you will go. Once you glance, let's try that again. Once you catch a glimpse of the truth that you are the beloved, your journey to find your whole truth, your authentic self begins at a deeper level than you've ever experienced. Consciously becoming the beloved is the greatest spiritual gift we will ever have. This quote from Augustine says it best. My soul is restless until it rests in you, O God. Our journey is always searching for God, always struggling to discover the fullness of love, always yearning for the complete truth, which tells us that we have already been given a taste of God, of divine love and truth. And that's truth with a capital T. Only your soul can know the soul of other things. Only a part can recognize the whole from which it came. But first, something within you, your true self, must be awakened. Most souls cannot dare to imagine they could be one with God, reality, the universe. I know I wasn't for a very long time, and I know that I wanted that. This is the illusion of what Thomas Merton called the false self, and what I have taken to calling the separate or small self that believes it's autonomous and separate from God. And here at Unity, we know that we are not separate, that we are one, that God is within us, and every characteristic and ability and everything that God is within us. Merton said that the true self could not be thought of as anything different than life itself, but not the little life, the big life. The human person is not different or separate from universal being itself, not the little being that you or I attach to and take too seriously, but the universal being, or the one in whom we live and move and have our being, as Paul said in Acts 17:28. When we've gotten too comfortable with our separate self and we call it life, we will get trapped at that level and we will hold on to it for dear life, because that's the only dear life we think we have. Thank you, God, that Charles and Myrtle helped us to see more than that little life. Unless someone tells us about the biggest life, which they did, or we've had a conscious connection with the deepest ground of our being, which many of us have, we will continue to live as though we are separate from God. The final stupendous gift is that our separate self becomes the raw material for our unique version of our true self. Our ordinary lives and temperaments are not destroyed or rejected. They're transformed, which of course is Unity Halton Peel's mission. Or our little life is not ended by merely change, it is merely changed. In Corinthians 15, verse 52 to 54, this perishable nature will put on imperishability, and this mortal body will put on immortality. Your true self is life and being and love. Love is what you were made for. Love is who you are. You are the expression of divine love. When you live outside of love, you're not living from your true being or with full consciousness. In the Songs of Songs, it says, love is stranger than death. The flash of love is a flash of fire. And that's from Songs of Song 8:6. Your true self is a tiny flame of this universal reality that is life itself, consciousness itself, being itself, love itself, God's very self. So I'd like to share this poem. It's called Beloved, and I don't know who the author is. Beloved, I invite you to be still and be loved in the busyness of life, in every season, in every storm, in moments of questions, in moments of fear, in moments when everything seems so unclear. Be still and know that you are loved. Beloved, you are loved. Let us be still and let ourselves be loved. Let us let that love leak into your soul, into the places that are dry, that have been empty, that have felt like holes that nothing could ever fill. Be still and know that you are loved. No matter what fallacy or fear has been so long whispered in your ear, hear the Father draw us near and say, beloved, you are loved. As a prodigal parent delights in the child who returns home, beloved, be loved. Be still and let yourself be loved. By the one who made the stars and flung them in the sky, by the one who love was led to die, by the one who looks me and you in the eye and says, I love you, despite what you have done, what you've been shown. Beloved, know that you are known and yet still loved. Beloved, be loved. Be still and know that you are loved by the one whose essence is love, the one who first embodied love, the one whose image we bear. Though it might be hard to conceive of or believe, though it might be astounding beyond our minds can wrap themselves around us are wrapped the arms of the creator of the cosmos. This cosmos embraced, which finds us, which fills us, and gives us our place in a story so much bigger than anything we could ever understand. But that's the beauty of it, that nothing we could have planned could ever even come close to the adventure we get to partake in. Let us let these words sink in. Beloved, be loved. And now go out and be the love in the world. Amen. We are the beloved. We are intimately loved long before our parents, our teachers, our spouses, our children, and our friends loved and or wounded us. That's the truth of our lives. That's the truth I want you to claim for yourself right here and right now. That's the truth spoken by that still small voice within each of us. You are my beloved. Namaste. So let's prepare for meditation. So today, I'm just going to let you relax and center yourself in what's best for you. You know how to center, whether it's through breath work, whether it's just relaxing, whether you want to scan your body and release whatever tension is there. Just know that you are safe and you are supported wherever you are. Just close your eyes and fall into the silence. See yourself sitting in front of a roaring fire somewhere deep in the woods. Moon is full. You hear wolves howling in the distance. And sitting across from you on the other side of the fire pit is Spirit, Mother Nature, universal energy, your higher power, the divine, God. Wave and see the divine smile at you and wave back. Feel yourself relax, knowing that you are safe, you are loved, and you are in the presence of the one who loved you first. Feel that love surrounding you, totally embracing your entire self, your body, your mind, and your soul. Offer your whole self, your authentic self, to Spirit in this right now and perfect moment. Let go of all labels you hold about yourself. Let go of all the things you wish you could do. Let go of your efforts to earn acceptance from others. Let go of all the things you believe you've done wrong. Throw it all into the fire. the self-judgments, the criticism from others, all the labels you have heard, and at one time possibly believed were true. Throw all that you had judged as mistakes into the center of the flames. As it's released and burned, see the smoke from all that you have let go swirl up above the fire. See it move into a vortex of smoke, rising higher above the flames. Now see it settle. See the smoke as it's forming the word beloved in big, bright, white, light letters. Sitting now in the presence of God, just be your perfectly imperfect self. In the silence, sit in the presence of God, being your perfectly imperfect self. In the silence. See the divine looking into your eyes deeply and hear these words. You are my beloved child. I love you now. I have always loved you. I will always love you. You cannot do anything to stop me from loving you. You cannot do anything that will cause me to cast you away. You cannot succeed in anything that will make me love you more than I do right now, more than I ever have, or more than I ever will. You are my beloved child, and I am well pleased with you exactly as you are, where you are, where you will go, no matter which path you choose. Now open your heart and hear the voice of God saying to you, this is my beloved child with whom I am well pleased. And take that into the silence. This is my beloved child with whom I am well pleased. In the silence. How does it feel knowing that you are the beloved child of God? How does it feel to know God accepts you and loves you as his own child? How does unconditional love feel to you in this right now moment? Take that unconditional love into the silence. Know that you are accepted by God just as you are. Know that with you, God is well pleased. You do not have to do anything to earn God's love. Now look back at the divine sitting across from you and wave goodbye. Wave goodbye as God's beloved child, knowing she is well pleased with you just as you are. And knowing that you're just waving goodbye to the image because God is always going to be found within you. For this, we are so grateful. Let it be so, and so it is. Amen. Thank you all.
Here I am, use me now. Do your will, speak your word, touch the weak, heal the world. I am love, I am love. All along, I have known I'm the branch, you're the tree. There's no want, there's no need. Intertwined, heart and soul alive. I know you by name, beloved one. Nothing will ever come between us. You are all I've ever known. You're the lover of my soul, Holy One. How you fill my every thought. Everything in me is you. Everything in me is truth, beloved one. You lift me up and I let go. There is no fear where I stand. Holy ground is where I am. Look what you've made. Strong and brave. You call me by name. Beloved one. Nothing will ever come between us. You are all I've ever known. You're the lover of my soul, Holy One. How you fill my every thought. Everything in me is you. Everything in me is truth, beloved one. Beloved one, nothing will ever come between us. You are all I've ever known. You're the lover of my soul, Holy One. How you fill my every thought. Everything in me is you. Everything in me is truth, beloved one. Nothing will ever come between us. Everything in me is you. Everything is true, beloved
Thank you all so much. I'm sorry that I have to run. And just remember, you are the beloved ones. I love you all. See you next month.
Thanks, Debbie. Beautiful music, by the way. Loved it. Loved the lesson. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try to back up here a little bit. Maybe I'm not going to try to back up. Yes, I am. I wanted you to We've been adding the affirmations, and I think with Debbie needing to leave early, I just went ahead of them. But Wendy Carr introduces these at the beginning of each month, and one or two of you have expressed interest in seeing them throughout the month. So here we go with September. Inner peace. Peace is mine as I still myself in the spiritual silence. Peace is mine as I still myself in spiritual silence. Guidance. The light of divine wisdom guides my every step. Guidance. The light of divine wisdom guides my every step. Healing. Every thought of God, life, strengthens and heals me. Every thought of God life strengthens and heals me. Prosperity. I live expectantly, gratefully, and abundantly. Prosperity. I live expectantly, gratefully, and abundantly. World peace. My thoughts, words, and actions contribute to a peaceful world. My thoughts, words, and actions contribute to a peaceful world. What beautiful music Debbie brought to us this morning. What a voice, wow. So as a reminder, on a monthly basis, we contribute to Eden Food for Change, which supplies food and other essential needs to a big population in Mississauga, Peel region, actually, that needs help. It just amazes me that our food banks in Mississauga actually reach out to 78,000 families on a daily basis. That is a huge number in my mind. And we do what we can for our immediate community by sending half of our monthly tithe to them. And again, a reminder, the easiest and best way to send your gifts to Unity Halton Peel is through accounting at Unity Halton Peel. And of course, we still accept checks or PayPal or through Canada Helps. Thank you all around. We love you and appreciate you. And together, I'd like to express that thanks with this prayer that we've known for years. Divine love now flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. So there's a number of announcements. They're on the Unity Halton Peel webpage, and if you want to refresh your newsletter connection, here it is. And if anybody is ever asking you about how you join Facebook on or Zoom on Sunday morning, forward the newsletter to them and let them click on. That's the easiest way. And then when they find themselves there and interested, they can join through the newsletter. Fall series of Unity in the Bible. Join Wendy, licensed Unity teacher, for the second lesson, a 4-part series on Unity. And that's next Sunday on the 15th. Wendy will be joining us to do that second part. She did an introduction last week, and she's gonna carry this on for up to 4 Sundays. On Sunday, the September 22nd, we have Reverend Jane Simmons with us. Come a solutionary. And I love Jane's language. With so much polarization happening in our world, we might wonder how one person can make a difference in bringing healing to such a conflicted world. I have to tell you that I've been experiencing this on a daily basis for the last number of weeks. It's just blown my mind how, and that one person can truly make a difference. So on September 29th, we are going to join Unity Spiritual Center in Hamilton. Reverend Ann will be speaking on putting the pieces together. Reverend Mary was booked, but she's got another commitment that day. So we're going to join Hamilton and have Reverend Mary in October, just before, on the day that she leaves to come back home to Ontario. So wishing her well, and we'll be joining Unity Hamilton. The link for that will be in your newsletter. Summer registration optional on the spirit groups. Go to the website and have a look. You'll see that they are, there are several groups to be a part of, and the fall series are starting to show up. So we're finishing up the summer and coming into what's being offered for the fall. I hope that some of you are taking a look at this. A lot of them are getting some good feedback about the interactions and the conversations that are going on. So conflict transformation, mission-centric services. This is talking about programs that the credentialed leadership is being educated on. Anybody can join. The mission-centrics is something that we started talking about some years ago, but it's really important for us to be perhaps tapping into this energy a little bit more than we have, because with so few ministers and so many communities, we have to start recognizing church is going to be done differently in the future. Friday night spiritual connections, and that's with Ottawa. And then we have Unity Canada inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting on September 15th. And that would be held at 4:30 Eastern time. So Wendy will be speaking that morning and encouraging us all to attend that online meeting in the afternoon. Our next our next discussion is Susan Ferrante. She's a recent LUT at York, and she's going to lead a group. Richard Rohr is becoming someone that we're doing a lot of listening to and reading about. I first saw Richard's 3 years ago. It was brought to our attention, and it seemed a little bit radical to us. However, it turns out that we were getting a view of something that was not exactly presenting him the way he is actually presented. So I'm really looking forward to having a little more knowledge about his teachings, because it's really caught on within the Unity movement. This one is starting on September 19th. So sharing wisdom, it's in October. And then we'll be hearing more about this. It's actually coming up this week, isn't it? So the Unity World Day of Prayer, you're going to have to hear more about it right now. It's 2 days long, and you can tap in anytime you want to by going into unity.canada.org. And there's a link there. We will make sure the link is in the newsletter this week as well. So affirmations, as we unite hearts and minds with people from around the world, the globe this year, we are affirming together, fueled by faith, I can move mountains. So the Unity World Day of Prayer is going to have these affirmations available. They will be online to have around. I mean, some of them I like to put on my fridge. As Mary used to say, the front of my fridge is covered with affirmations. So make sure that you, if you're interested in joining, the opening session is on Wednesday, September 11th, and then it'll be all day on Thursday as well. So this is a real advance notice that the Canadian conference this year is not being held in person for many reasons. I'll just leave it at that. But it is going to be fully online. And I'm looking forward to being part of, I will definitely be on for the annual general meeting. That is the piece, the music and the piece around the annual general meeting is the thing that has always attracted me. I like to know what's happening at Unity Canada, where it's going, and you get a better bird's eye view at that meeting. So that's the announcements. thanking Diane Riley. She's online with us today. I hope you enjoyed your weekend away with family up north last weekend, Diane. And thank you for always being present to take those prayers into confidence and pray over them for us. Diane will hold your prayers in confidence here at Ontario, and then she will pass them on to the Unity prayer team at Unity Village, and you can reach her or send your prayer request to praywithdiane@gmail.com. And that is in the chat. If you need a copy of that, it's there if you haven't got it already. Let's take a moment to bless our children and youth of Unity and of the world. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you just the way you are. And together, the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am the divine. Amen. We'll close with our song, Suke Riley, I Choose.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present. It's why